This is one of the things that you have to do in your preparation unit, okay, in your first year. And one of them is to know how to prepare bare wood. So this substrate is timber. Now with timber, we've got a few things we need to do to it before we can get to the point where it looks good and finished. One thing we don't do is we don't sand it. Okay, if we sand bare wood as a painter, all it does is it fluffs up the grain. Okay, so we prime first, and then all the bits of grain that are sticking up we abrade off. Okay, so there's no point increasing that fluffiness. But this stage I want to show you, and this is the shellac knotting stage. See this lovely treacle stuff there? Yeah? Shellac, I need everybody to Google where shellac comes from. Okay? Shellac knotting, it's called. And what it is, it's like a treacly substance, and it seals the knots. Because pine is naturally knotty and resinous. Okay, so if it's resinous, that means it bleeds. So if we don't apply the shellac knotting on top of these knots here, they'll just bleed through. And some of you might notice if you maybe look at your door frames at home or somewhere and you see the brown circles, and that's where there's still bleeding. So we need to stop that as decorators because we don't want that to happen. So basically, all you do is get a little bit of this treacle, shellac knotting, and just paint over the knot like that. Now don't just do a little circle, go around it, because knots are generally wider than the actual knot. Okay, so you're going to go around and you're going to cover all the knots like this, and you're going to find every single bit. See that bit there? Now this, even the small ones like this, okay, they all need sealing with shellac knotting. So by now, hopefully, you'll have Googled where shellac knotting comes from. Yeah? Allah. It comes from the shellac beetle. Okay? The shellac beetle, what it does, it climbs up a branch and it oozes out like a substance, a bit like a snail. But what it oozes out is a bit like a varnish. So it's like a snail and it leaves a trail, but it's like a varnish, okay? And what that does, it creates like a crust on the wood, and that makes it non-permeable. Non-permeable means nothing can go through it. So if nothing can go through it, nothing can come out of it. Whoever invented that or found that, I don't know, but that is what it is. And what this is, it's shellac flakes in with methylated spirits and other ingredients to make shellac knotting. Okay. That then, as you can see around the top here, that then sets to a rock hard varnish and nothing can get through that. Okay. These pots, make sure that the lid's on when you finish with them as well. This is what we keep shellac knotting in. This has been stood a while, so it's gone quite treacly. Usually it's a bit runnier than this. Okay, so if we add a little bit of methylated spirit, we can thin that down as well. Okay, so that there is your first stage of preparing bare softwood timber.